Today I've got this job set up on a rotary table, and it's been an absolute pain in the arse. Not something I'm used to doing, don't use this very often at all, and I had these things that somebody's asked us if we could make. This original is a die cast piece. Goes in the end of a tube. And the people that we're sharing a workshop with now, one of them big customers is they're bus companies, and all the poles on the bus have to be refurbished every, I don't know, 5 years or so, I think. They all get scratched and beaten up, so they strip them all out of the bus and then get the poles stripped off of the old coatings, and then they recoat them here. And there's two methods of stripping the old powder coat. One is sandblasting, and the other is they get it burnt off. And unfortunately, if they go and send some poles to be burnt off, and they have these zinc die castings in the end, these things melt. So they've had a couple of handrails come back with melted blobs in the end. So they're kind of panicking a bit. Oh God, can I make some? I thought, oh yeah, it might be an interesting job. Well, yeah, it's an interesting job, but crikey, has it been fiddly and time-consuming. So I've done one end first, so trying to just do this. I've only got to do two. I've ended up doing three because I thought I'd messed one up. Cut another one up. So yeah, start off with a block, and I've machined this bit. And now I'm turning it over and doing the other side. But what I really need, I don't know if people do this, is to have the vise on an XY table on top of the turntable. And then you'd be able to move this into position so that you can get the center of rotation where you need it on your part. This has been fiddling with a stop in the end here just to get this in the right place. But getting it in the right place in that direction has just involved faffing about with bits of packing here. So I've got a lump of, I think that's 5/8, might be 16mm mild steel. Then I've got, I think a 30 thou piece of steel shim and a piece of paper. Yeah, I go through my dad's old toolbox, and fag papers was essential piece of kit for toolmakers back in the day. Yeah, it would be so much easier if you could just wind this along, just wind the vise over a bit or back a bit, and wind it left and right, get the things in the right position. And even when it comes to actual machining, the way I'm doing this at the moment, I can come along here and then rotate the turntable and then come back to the, well, I'll show that. But if you had an XY table on here, you'd be able to go all the way around this. Yeah. Well, I've come so far down on this one, I've got to change the cutter because the one I used on the other end is not long enough. So I should change the cutter and carry on with this. And you can see, take a look at what I'm doing. Now if we had a slide on here, instead of winding the bed along, I could slide that along, and when we got along 20mm, no sorry 15mm is how long the flat should be, if we could just wind that along 15mm, and then we could rotate it again and do the other end. Whereas with this, I've got to use the bed to go along, and then I've got to go back and then take the block out, turn it round and do the other end. Oh, palaver. Wow, that is pretty much down to size. I thought I was going to have to take a little bit off. That's 20 mils, 20.06. That's pretty much there. Yeah, I think I might leave it at that, because we're going to be doing a bit of linishing when it's all the machining is done. So I'll turn it around to do the other end. This vice ain't great either, it's ever so sloppy. And of course when a vice gets sloppy, the jaw lifts as you're tightening it up. So let's get my two pieces of packing out of here. I've got another piece of packing to go under here just to lift it off with my spacer block, which once we've clamped up I've got to remove. And if we could just wind the vise this way to get it in the right position, we wouldn't have to be faffing about with the bits of shim. Or alternative, you actually move the vise over. I think that'd be even worse, wouldn't it? Be tapping it one way and checking it and tapping it back again. I think the shimming method is better, but it's still a bit of a blooming pain in the arse, and that's not on top of my. Let's just see that on top of there. Come on. Right. And I'm not going to take all this in one hit. I'll do this in, I don't know, 2 or 3 steps, I think, just going around here. I just do not want this to move. I had that when I was doing this end. Oh, that's just moved a little bit there, but I'm going to live with that. So tap tap tap. Make sure that's down where I want it to be. Doesn't want to go. Come on. Huh. Let's wind this out. A bit more room for swinging a hammer. That's better. Get my little packing piece out from under there. And make a note of where I'm up to. And I wonder if this will go around this without taking any more metal off. Alright, let's drop this down a bit. Let's try that. And that is a flipping mile out. What on earth has happened there? That is not right. I thought I'd treble checked that this was in alignment. This piece with this piece. Oh, to have a CNC milling machine. Can't see why that won't work. Why is that not lining up? That is not right. It's starting to cut into that and it shouldn't. What's gone on here, huh? Oh, my shimmer's gone. That's what's happened. A little bit of packing has fallen down. So this has moved over. 0.85 millimeters further over than it should have been. Right, let's try again. Dear oh dear. This packing, this big piece of packing is sitting on top of a parallel, and the parallel is a bit loose. We'll have to live with that. Right, let's try again, get that out. Better. Cutter just caught my piece of shim in the back there, but I hope that one is done. It's supposed to be, can I measure that around there? It's supposed to be 35 long and 20mm across. That's bang on 20mm, which is excellent. That way, 35.3, 35.36. I'm not going to worry about that. 0.3 of a millimetre. If it's 0.116 or something each end, I don't think we need to worry about it. And there's going to be a lot of linishing going on this anyway. So, let's have a quick look. Well, getting there. It would be nice to be able to machine this off, but I don't think I have the means to do it. I mean, in theory, you could put that on a turntable, and if you had a 10mm radius cutter, come around here, take that off, turn it over, do the same on that side. Yeah, I don't know how you'd hold it. So this will probably all be done, this rounding off here, with a belt grinder.